Good morning, you lovely lot. It's so lovely to have your company here on this Wednesday. Well, Wednesday morning in the UK, Wednesday very early morning for some of you guys stateside. And of course, later on the day, for those of you that are tuning in from the other side of the pond across in Oz, it's lovely to see you. Now, it is midweek here on Crafters TV. We have got lots going on for you this whole week. Let's kickstart, of course, when it comes to our Club Inspire week. It is epic. We've got lots of benefits coming your way when it comes to Club Inspire. If you've not joined Club Inspire as of yet, why not? It's free to do so across on our website. Now, once you join Club Inspire, usually we say your very first order means you're going to get 20% off. Like that's what we usually show you. However, for this whole week, once you've joined Club Inspire, you're actually going to get 25% off your very first order. Now, it could be something that we've got coming up today. It could be a pick of the day. It could be maybe some additional stamps. It could be cards. Whatever it is, your first order, you'll get 25% off. Now, this is where it gets interesting, and this is where it gets more exciting for you guys that are already in Club Inspire, because what you're all going to get is an additional 5% off this week as well. So whatever level you're on, you're then technically, you're going to get that extra level, that 5% off as well. So whether you're on the bronze, or you're on the silver, or the gold, or the platinum, if you are platinum, then this means this week, instead of getting 20% off your orders, you're going to get 25% off when it comes to your order. Not only that, you're also going to get your double points as well on everything. So even more reason to join Club Inspire if that extra 5% isn't enough. Not only that, not even finished there. What you're also get, if you spend over £10, $10, €10, you're going to get a free gift, which is our brand new 2023 Club Inspire pin badge. That's going to come your way. You don't need to do anything. The guys and the girls in the warehouse, they'll just pop that into your order. As long as your order total is over £10, dollar or euro, that's going to come your way. Now, what we've also got as well across on the website is we've got a flash sale going on as well. 50% off selected lines there on crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. So while you're there today, having a little peruse as to what we've got coming up today, which is, of course, our wake-up call, showcasing going into Colour Me Happy, into that beautiful beginnings, you can have a look at that flash sale as well. So that's everything that I need to tell you as of now, but who am I with? Now, someone that we've passed each other over the last few years, we've gotten to know each other, but never actually probably worked together, which I am really, really excited. I watch when I'm at home, when I'm not in here, so to actually be on this side today, it's really, really exciting because we've got some back in stocks from the incredible Sheena. Morning, Sheena.
Morning, Craig. Look at us.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to today.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Oh, well, actually, a friend of mine did say, she says, what, you and Craig, though, you've got like Scott and a Geordie. Really, we probably may have to have subtitles at some point for you. You know, we'll try to keep off for the local stuff. It'll be like tatties and stotties and nips and
exactly.
But we'll keep it as you know.
Oh well.
Yeah.
We're going to have some inking techniques, aren't we?
We're going to have loads of inking techniques. Craig, could I have any more colouring products in front of me? You know what the funny thing was when I came back to Crafters, it was this beautiful studio. First of all, it was like, wow, the studio is like pretty impressive, guys, I have to say. But it was like, we don't usually have much on the counter, you know, we'll need to keep it minimal. I went, do you know me?
Okay.
How can I, Craig? Yeah. How can you? You need your stuff.
I think we're having a little bit of issue with your mic.
Oh,
I think you might be quiet. I think you might be a little bit mute.
Like 2 syllables.
Yeah, we could have a little bit of a game of charades, couldn't we? Shall I have a little look as to what we've got here, and then what we will do is we'll go back to Sheena and we'll just go over some of the techniques that we're going to do, because this is back in stocks. Now, the first one we'll look at very, very shortly is going to give you some brand new cardstock. It's a back in stock, but it's giving you an A3 cardstock completely free. Now, within this cardstock, it's our white multi-purpose, but because of the size of it, it means that you're going to be able to do, if you want to do some water techniques with it, although it's your multi-purpose, which we say, good for your alcohol colouring, although we do tend to say our Nina cardstock, we're going to be giving you that one for free. Before I actually go over it all, let's go back to Sheena, because I think we're all sorted now.
Yes,
I think so.
I've done nothing. So
nothing?
now.
Well, let's see. Guys, can we hear Sheena?
Hello.
No,
Talking.
no, rightio. So I think the guys are now going to have to come in and fix the mic there for Sheena. So we'll go over the very first item here because we've got our back in stock with this incredible bundle. I'll show you a pic of the day as well. We have got many of you already tuning in. We've got Rachel is on the social. We've got Theo is in saying hi, hi everyone. Looking forward to the show. Looking forward to it too. Rachel is from Adelaide in South Australia. Sarah Brown is saying, hello, my crafty friends. Hope you are well. Special hugs to all at CCTV. And Sheena and Craig, special love and hugs to you both from Melbourne, Australia. G'day, mate. We've got Debbie is saying, happy Sheena Day. Lois is in saying, good morning, everyone from Ohio. We've got Elena is saying, morning, everyone, from a bright and sunny East London. We've got Jill is in from North Yorkshire. Lynn Harvey is saying, hi, Craig, Sheena. We've got our CCTV team, wonderful superstar, social media superstar, and everyone. I hope you are all well and having a good day so far. It's been a busy morning. It's been a bit busy, it's been a bit crazy, but we're looking forward to today. We've also got Sarah is in saying good morning. It's the first day of my holidays and I can't think of a better way to spend it. Sandra Dundas is saying, so it's Tuesday is with Nana Jan, and then we've got Wednesday with Sheena as well. What a nice, comfortable, crafty routine. Isn't it just? Isn't it just? Sherry's in saying good morning, Sheena and Craig as well. And we've also got to say, so Debbie Durrant, just to say it's one of Sheena's design team members. It's lovely to see you. Yeah. Lovely to see your name popping up. Aww. Nice team. You've got a great team.
First time she's ever seen me quiet.
Yeah.
All right, can you hear me now?
Can we hear Sheena now? Can we hear Sheena now? Guys?
Yeah.
Can we hear Sheena now, guys? Yes, we can do. Perfect. Excellent. Right. We can hear Sheena now. Brilliant. Rightio. So, Sheena, we're going to be doing some colouring and inking and techniques, aren't we?
Absolutely. Well, Craig, you know, having all this colouring products in front of me, it's just like I'm kidding in a toy shop. So we could literally go for the week, let alone a day here. So there's loads to play with, and I'm hoping that you can still hear me okay? All good? What I thought we'd do, Craig, do you want to see a pick and flick of what the main...
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Because I don't know about you, but you see the stamps, and stamps I've always said aren't the story. They're a tool. They're the foundation. They're the thing that you then create your magic with.
Okay.
So when you look at the stamp set, you look and think, oh, that looks nice. It's not until you see them come to life and the magic of what a team like my Inkettes can do for you. And
yeah.
Wow, how amazing are these? So this is the back in stock.
Okay.
Drawing. You know, I'm not surprised because these are huge florals, even though they're A6 stamps, Craig. Mm-hmm. So we've kept the cost down.
Okay.
A6 format, but we've given you the still big, huge, bold statement because I haven't lost any of the real estate of that size. I've really maxed them out.
Right.
And hopefully, as I'm going here, it's really quick, but we've got so many to show you. We'll come back to them and we'll work on different techniques. But you're hopefully seeing lots of different styles and colouring products and techniques and formats of cards, from bookmarks to larger format cards to so many different things to inspire you. And if you want to see these, Craig, I need to tell you that just in case some of you aren't aware yet, there's a group called Sheena's Inkettes. Okay. And basically, the reason I'm telling you that is all these cards for any of the shows are on that site.
Oh, brilliant.
Sheena's Inkettes. It doesn't matter if they've been there a year or two or whatever. Go there. That's where they're held. So next year when you come to use these again, all these samples will still be there for you to look at.
Brilliant, okay? Awesome.
So yeah, so that's just the start. And then you've got the other ones which we've added to that bundle again. Now I'm just going to show you a few of these because please do. So we've got the these are really fun. These are like occasions. This is the a very 20s. I want to think of like 20s flapper kind of effect. Isn't it fabulous? Yeah. But this is my favourite, Craig. I love that. I grew up with parents putting locks on these phones to stop people using them. Right, okay. Oh, it was so funny. It was a big thing and it had a key on it. And they would go to school like, parents would put a lock on the phone. Oh. And then they were really proud of themselves and worked out how to get past the lock that was on the phone. Mine didn't. I was too good, you know, but I did what I was told.
What did
I
you?
think I'm rebelling in later life.
Is it later life rebelling?
That explains why I am who I am now.
Got it, yeah.
So that's hopefully given you some inspiration.
It really
and then
has.
we'll start playing. Yeah.
Brilliant. What a great selection to see, some of the ideas that you can do. And then, of course, just think about when you're watching our other shows, you're able to think of, you know, what does Sheena do? What can you start to do? What can you start to incorporate? But it is going to be about our back in stocks here. We've got our incredible bundle here where we're going to be giving you for free our white multi-purpose cardstock. So you're going to get that one completely free. Now, within that one there, you are going to get your 7 sets there, and then we're going to get our actual A3 cardstock as well. So that is on the website. So whatever we are looking at, we are showing you today, you're going to find on the website on Shop the Day, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. What we're then going to do is we're going to have a look at our pick of the day. Now, our pick of the day is our Duet ink pads. Now, when it comes to the pick of the day, usually what you will find is you will always get your double points. Now, you still do, but then that's because this whole week you're getting double points on all of your orders when it comes to Club Inspire. Now, with this one here, you are going to be today's price £62 or $93. So if you're not in Club Inspire, you're just joining us, you know, for some inspiration, you want to get your hands on some ink pads, you can get them at that price. Of course, if you join Club Inspire, you'll get 25% off your first order. When it comes to these ones, usually we would be saying, as you can see on the screen, your platinum price is £49.60 or $74.40. However, for this week, that is then going to be your gold members price. And then I know that just very shortly, Dean's going to do his mathematics. Yeah.
I was good at mathematics.
Yeah, I love a bit of mathematics. He's going to be doing that, and he's going to be finding out what the actual platinum price is. £46.50, or for you guys stateside, when it comes to you guys, you're going to be with your platinum price. It is, of course, at the moment, your gold member price, $74.40, or you're going to then be, he's doing it at $69.75 for you guys slick on a Wednesday morning, aren't we? But that is your pick of the day. This is your ink pads. So we'll have a wee look at these ones here, and we'll get to Sheena just shortly. What we are going to be getting is the full range. We're going to get the vintage Merlot. We're then going to be getting the raspberry ripple. Oh, love a bit of raspberry ripple. Rosy apple. We're then going to get sweet clementine. You're then going to be getting your sunshine glow, sunrise glow. Your soft heather. You're then going to be getting waterfalls, which I just want to start singing TLC, don't go chasing waterfalls. Spring buds, awakening forest. You're also getting sailor's wake, and then you're also going to be getting your midnight mist. Now, these are your Crafter's Companion. These are your Duet ink pads. With these ones, these are the colours that they appear once you start to lay them down. But the different techniques that you can do with them, whether you want to do some watercolouring with them, whether you want to start layering them, blending with them, these are incredible to use. You know, so many of us on the team, certainly Debbie Robinson, absolutely loves these ones to get creative with. But that today's price being £62 or $93, whereas this week with your gold members price, you're going to be $49.60 or $74.40. For you guys platinum, getting that extra 5% as well. So that is the pick of the day. Now, that price there, that is lasting up until just before wake up call tomorrow or while stocks last. So if it does sell out in the next 24 hours, then it's gone, but it will end, stock dependent, just before wake up call tomorrow. Right, what we are going to do is we're going to go back to our main product here, and then we'll promise we will go straight to Sheena, because this is all about the best of Sheena Douglas. This is our 8-piece stamp set. This is a showstopper bundle because you're getting that cardstock as well. Now, when it comes to this collection here, the details will be coming up on your screen just in a moment. You're going to be £50.33 or $62.68. That is your today's price, and as I say, the details will be coming up just in a moment for you. So if you're wanting to get them, you can see them just here. There you go. Perfect. Now, you've got a saving of £20.59, or for you guys stateside, $26.96. Now, your gold members, are you ready, Dean? We're going there in a minute. Your gold members price for this week, you're going to be £40.26 or $50.14. If you are platinum, then that's going to come down to $37.45, or for you guys stateside, when it comes to the dollars, 47.1 cents. Wow, 47 1 cent. There you go. It just rolls off the tongue there. So that is going to be your platinum price for this week. I say this week for today, with it being Colour Me Happy. Now, you're going to be getting your 7 stamp sets here. Now, say the stamp sets. I'm just going to lean in a bit closer as well, because it's not just your images. You've got some of the sentiments too. Sheena showed you some of those finished samples right at the start of the show. Now, when it comes to this bundle with the stamps, it is giving you a saving of 20% on that today's price. But that's not including your A3 multi-purpose card. You're getting that completely free. Not A4, A3 cardstock. If you want A4, just chop it down in half, of course. But giving you that A3 means that you've got more scope to be more creative in the size, but you are going to be getting your 300 GSM. Within this one, it is your 30 sheets that you're going to be getting, which is your Crafter's Companion white multi-purpose cardstock. So that is your Best of Sheena Douglas 8-piece stamp showstopper collection. Getting the stamp sets, all of those ones, essentially what you're paying for, and then you're getting your A3 cardstock, which I might just point out as well, A3 white multipurpose, we sell day in, day out, full price on our website. We don't need to give it away for free, but that's not what we are about. So, keep the comments coming in. Anything that you want to ask throughout the show, I do the same that I like to do with Jan, and I'll let Sheena then do her demonstrations. But if there is anything specific you want to ask, I'll certainly jump in there. But such a lovely set. Beforehand, Sheena, I was looking at them all individually. They're one of those, just in the stamp sets, not even the finished samples. The more you look, you start to see more little fine detail. You know, you start to see other elements just start to combine together.
Yeah, exactly. And because they're all drawn by me, and they're all drawn about like the same time, and then I have put them into sets that I think are workable sets, they all mix and match. So if there's elements on one and there's wording on one and there's a little squiggly extra detail, because I like to give you, any way I can fill in that space, I'll give you another stamp. Then obviously mix and match them. If it was me, when I got these, Craig, I'd be putting all my bold images in one kind of like in one folder.
Okay.
I put all the sentiments separate, and I put all the twiddly bits together, because the twiddly bits don't matter, because they can go across any sheet. That's it. So then you just pick and use them and mix and match. But that being said, you know what? There is so much you can do with this. As I said earlier, we could go for the week. I posted a card that one of my team had created, Karen, and it was one of the cards that, you know, when you put things on your social media and like you don't know which ones everybody's going to love. You think you peg it right.
You do.
All you ever do, it's like, oh wow, that's it. And then it's another one. And not saying that this isn't amazing, but it is such a lovely technique. So I'll show you on the overhead. It's a beautiful card. It's and it's really achievable. It's so easy. It looks arty.
Wow.
That looks really advanced, doesn't it?
It really does.
But Craig, it's not.
Is it not?
No,
Is it?
Honestly, there's just real. Now, when Karen did this, she used, she stamped it, then she used a masking fluid and she drew it all in, and so she was left with the white lines, like in a watercolor technique, and then she colored. What? Nah, I think the bit I really love in my job is breaking it down into a formula.
Okay.
So it's a recipe.
Right.
So this is what we can all do. So the first thing, the way to preserve that white line and all that detail that's in that image, stamp and emboss with white embossing powder, even clear if you've only got clear, if it's a white card. Make sure if you're using clear that your ink pad is brand new. If it's not, you'll see it'll look dirty, it won't look white.
Yeah.
Now that's a tough ask, is to show you white on a screen, but just know there is embossing powder on there. And I'm hoping you can, if you can't see it, you'll see it in a minute, because once you put the colour on there, it's like magic colouring. What's happening is that plastic, which is the line which is embossing powder, is going to resist. Let me see if I can get it. There, you can just see it there.
Oh, you just catch it there, yeah.
So it's going to resist the ink that is on there. So there, just so you know, it is there. That's the image there. So all the details there. Use your repositionable stamping platform. Okay. Because when it's embossing, and you've got to have that ink really tacky and make sure it's covered really well, so you've got no breaks in the line. You want a nice, sharp, clean image. Use your anti-static bag before you do that. Always use an anti-static bag before you stamp and emboss. And then do your embossing, then you're good to go. Okay. Right, now the next thing, Craig, we have a plethora. We have all of them.
Plethora.
All of the aquas in front of me. And let me just show you quickly the sets. I'm going to go through it really super quickly. I have my colour charts, and I'm not even going to apologise for it. You hear me banging and say, she's on about her colour charts. again.
You like a colour
Is she
card?
on again? Yeah, because I think it's essential.
Uh-huh.
I don't look at them all the time, but plastic's plastic, paint's paint. Plastic's as close as you can get to what you're getting.
Right.
This is always so much better
So
than what it
true,
looks
so
like on
true.
there. That's the essential set. So if you, and I've got to say, if you want to see a cool, really cool technique that's coming up,
Okay.
I'll just say one word, chromatography. Oh, hello.
Hello.
I might not be good at mathematics or whatever it was, but yeah, I can drop the old chromatography word in. But yeah, so we're going to do a cool technique with that, Craig, and it's really, anybody can do that technique as well. This one's the primaries. If you were going to do 2 sets, I'd say go for essentials and primaries. That's sensible. If you want to go with your heart and go, I just want bonny colours. Florals, you can't get any bonnier than that,
No,
can
you
you?
can't. Oh,
They're
bonny, I've not heard that word for a while.
Bonny.
Bonny.
Oh, Craig, by the
what
time
bonny colour.
the day's finished. I didn't tell you, my granddad's Scottish as well, you know.
Yeah?
He's Scottish, yeah. Charles Doig Milne.
Very Scottish.
From Montrose, yeah.
Oh,
so-
Montrose as
Yeah,
well?
that's where the whole family was, yeah.
What a
Absolutely,
bonny
yeah.
town that is.
Oh, yeah, my mum's obviously often used to talk about, you know, the Scottish family. So, so yeah, it might just come out as well. But there you go, that's the nature one as well. That's really, as it says, that's where you're going to look at if you want to do landscapes. But back to this card. So when you're looking for inspiration on the website and you're looking at, and you want to be inspired by what someone's doing, you can go with the same colours, I can change them out. But what I would do, I'd look at this and think, if I want to go close to this, I'm going to start picking out the ones I think that will get me there. I think wildflower in the florals for sure.
Okay.
Can you see how it's super dark, which is why I used it undiluted, but then when you add water, we're going really pale. It's quite bluey, this one, so I could add some of the blue, some of the navy that is in the primary set.
Okay.
And I think that I'm not even going to apologise for swapping around sets here, because I reckon, like me, if you buy one set of aquas, you're going to love them that much, you're going to want them all.
Yeah, of course
And
you
you
are,
just
yeah.
will add to your collection, Craig, won't you?
Yeah, of course.
So I've got this stamped onto watercolour card, and you can use your multi-purpose, it'll work fine as well. But for any watercolour techniques, the clues are in the clues in the name. If you use the watercolour, it's been designed, card is so much more technical than you think, you know. I used to think it was like a card. Woo, I'm not excited. But you know what, when you start looking into card and what it's all about, and getting the right kind of card for the right product, and it's not just like paper, like wood pulp or cotton even.
No.
It's so much more. It's about the size that's in the card as well, Craig. Did you know about that?
I didn't know
about
that, no.
Yeah,
no.
watercolour card, it has like a size in it which kind of makes the paint act and behave and play a certain way.
Right.
So it allows it to move across the surface, but it's not like still eventually dry. And it allow it to wick and do these gorgeous wet into wet watercolour techniques too. So can you see how quick that petal was to colour there?
How cool is
I've
that?
coloured both of those colours in, and I'm going to do that again. So go straight over the lines, the white lines. Don't worry, paint never no mind.
So you don't need to worry about the lines that you've just done?
Yeah, because those lines, start with the paint and the ink in the darkest area, then just go over with water. What you can't see on camera is I've got my water container next to me, and every time I put some paint on, some ink on, which I'm saying paint, ink, I'll put it in the darker area. I'm wetting my brush, dabbing it, taking most of the water off, and then I'm pulling that colour that I've just put down there up to the higher area where there's going to be, it's going to be lighter. So you're getting that contouring happening. See this one down here, a bit bluey, put a bit more purple. And don't worry if you have areas of your petal that have come out a bit more bluey than purple. That makes it more interesting.
It does, I suppose, doesn't it? You've got all these different shades in nature, don't you? Nothing's
Absolutely.
perfect, nothing's perfectly
And when you
round.
see some really cool watercolorists, modern watercolorists, Craig, they'll use bright oranges and things, and you're going, there's no orange in that. They don't care.
No.
They'll just do it. They're just like, yeah, they're not bothered. And it looks amazing. It looks fantastic. So can you see how I'm just building that up as I'm going around? So we'll put some darker in there, a little bit more of the purple, and then just keep, again, adding the water, dragging it up. And it is like magic paint. The only thing you don't want to do, is go outside of that line, because you know that you go up to the line. So with anything, any of the detail within that painting, within that picture, is okay, because it's protected, it's ring fenced. But outside of that, of course, you've broken the boundaries and you're into the background. So just be aware of that. And when you're scribbling your ink down, don't scribble it on a wet bit of your mat. Just use it on a nice dry bit, and then just continue. And it's so relaxing. This is something you could do of an evening if you're the type that likes to colour in front of the TV. And you know, it's not messy. It's very contained. You're only using a couple of colours here.
Yeah, you don't need much, do you?
And a bit of water. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say use a water brush for this, because a water brush is too out of control, man. It's just they're crazy cats. They're just too wet. I've never used a water brush yet that has just the right amount of water I want on it every time I use it.
Interesting.
There's either no water coming out, or there's loads, usually loads of water. And to get the control you want with watercolour, you really need to feel whether the amount of water that you're applying, if you want it to not go anywhere, you use very little water on your brush, and you just put the paint where you want it.
That's so interesting.
If you want a wet into wet technique, you use a bigger brush, you use loads of water. Water brushes are better, probably I would say, for a wet into wet technique, to be honest, than detailed painting. Just because of that main reason is that they just all, in my experience, are just too wet. Even the best of them. So great for sketching, great for wet into wet techniques, but not if you like to be more controlled and you know where the paint's going. Just use a regular brush. This number 6 round is my bread and butter brush. The Royal and Langnickel brushes is the one that I would go to more often. Obviously, backgrounds is a different matter. But look at how pretty that rose looks and how achievable that was, Craig. So we can continue doing the leaves now. Should we continue with that?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, feel free. A lot of love for what you're doing here, Sheena. I'll read the comments out just shortly, but yeah, a lot of love for what you're showing.
Oh, thank you. Brilliant. You know what? I love being here. It's really cool. The virtual me, that was fun too. And that was good just because of the distance, So, but it's lovely to be here, because you have a bit of banter and stuff, don't you?
Did you know I was actually in the studio that day as well?
I know, Craig, thank you. Bless your cotton socks. Because I tell you what.
You had a little bit of issue, didn't you, just with the mics and that in the morning. So I was in the studio just in case you needed to nip away. But I was actually watching while you and Ben were on. I was in the studio watching what you were doing. Yeah.
Oh, no, so what you doing there? What's that about?
No, I followed some of your techniques over the last week, where like the shimmer sprays.
Oh, yeah.
The tin foil.
Yes.
Aluminium foil. I've been doing that a lot lately because I've seen you doing it with the bubble wrap as well.
Yes,
Loved
tin foil, bubble wrap.
Yep.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, they're such a good product. We've got them on today as well. We might do a bit of playing with that. I haven't managed to find any tin foil yet, but if I can find some, we'll get to that at some point. Yeah, cheers for that, Craig. It's Gremlins. You know, everything was so spot on, and then as soon as you do it, you know what it's like. But fortunately, we worked out what it was. We fixed it. And we've got a good setup, you know. I have to say, Maria was like, when she doesn't do anything by half, she did everything like full on. The full lights. Oh, you should see the lighting, Craig. It's like, seriously? I think we could give this a run for its money for lighting.
I bet, from what I could see, I bet you could.
Oh, seriously. It's all good fun. But it's really nice to be in here, because you just have to concentrate on playing and colouring in when I'm doing this bit, for sure. So can you see how even the leaves, same technique. So what I've done is I've used that light green, and I've used a bit of the darker green. And guess what I'm going to do now? Look, purple, look. What am I like? I'm going in there, Craig, with a bit of purple. Because
purple in the leaves?
Purple, yeah. It's going to give it a much darker tone, and it's going to tie in some of the colour. If I had a red rose, you know, I'd be putting a bit of red in the leaves. And what happens is it doesn't actually look red or purple. It just goes with the darker green and gives it some shading and contouring. So don't be scared to have a go. This is the thing. Just go for it.
Go for it.
Carpe diem. Carpet right and all that. So pop that there. And where was that green? What was the green I was using? Was that the leaf green? The clues are there. I love that it's like as literal as you can get. Leaf. That's the leaf. You paint a leaf, use the leaf green. So I'm going to do the same for these bits here. So the light green again, and this one is the meadow I'm using if you want to follow at home later.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go with the leaf green and the darker. And this is probably going to be a bit darker anyway. It's not going to be too much light. If I lose a lot of that lighter colour, I'm not really worried too much because it's going to be in shadow here. And then I'm just using the leaf green, to be honest, for the stem.
Okay.
And then a little bit here, and we're almost done with that. We'll do it. What we will do is I'll show you the background as well, how to get that lovely ethereal wet into wet background, Craig.
Right.
Should we do that now as well?
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Oh, 'cause it's interesting to see. It's fun to see it come together and your take on it and the way that you explain it.
It's really nice to be able to have the time to do that, isn't it? Because, you know, with TV shows, it's like boom, boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom, and that's it, yeah.
You're trying desperately to get the most important things said before, well, you've still got that little bit of time to be able to say it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do a technique in the background. Even if this wasn't embossing powder edge, technically watercolour only goes to where it's wet again. So if you only wet up to the bit where you want the water to go, you should be all right. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
If it's dry card, so this is why it's worth, had I just painted that rose and I didn't have the white embossing powder around it, I would dry it with the heat gun, right? So it's back to behaving. I've started off like square one again. The fibres in the card are flat where the paint has just been. It's flattened it out. It's not going to wick up any more moisture or colour. So that means that I'm going to, hopefully when I put colour down and I just drop a little bit of colour in, it's only going to go where I want it to go. See? And it'll just wick out just with the water that I've put on there. And you just want the smallest little bits of colour just to give it a little bit of background interest. And the background should be background. It shouldn't be fighting for the star of the show's place. The star of the show is this.
That's a good take on that, actually.
So yeah, keep this to, you know, just soft, barely there, but you know, you notice the difference if it's not there, and it just gives it that really lovely professional watercoloured look. And to be honest, guys, when you're doing this with this, if you've been scared of using watercolours in the past, it's exactly the same technique with your watercolours. So once you learn it with the less intimidating things like the aqua pens, you've got the confidence then to go, well, okay, I can try it with this and I'll try it with that, and I'll do it with my ink pads, I'll do it with my watercolours I've got, with my watercolour pencils, all these techniques.
Well, that's, all of these ones you could do. Can you imagine doing some of like your sparkle pens and that as well?
Oh, well, this is where when you get, every time you power up with another one of these amazing products that Leanne's been, she's like the nutty professor, isn't she? Sometimes you think of her in a, she should be in a lab coat, Craig, you know, with all these things that she gives you. It's like, well, we've got these now. It's like, yay, fab. Well, when these new things are added to the mix, then you're off again with another a whole load of combinations and
elevates it,
and tricks that you couldn't do before, that are just giving a shot in the arm to everything that you've already got. And I love that. That's fab. That's the fun part of playing with these products. I like to be able to do what it says on the tin. That's what I believe a good craft product should do. It should be not difficult to use straight out the tin, but it should grow with you, Craig. What do you reckon? So if you want to experiment and take it further and learn some new techniques, they're going to go with you. They're not going to hold you back.
I think for me anyway, and I have always said it on our other shows as well, you know, as much as I love colouring, for me, I always find that water-based colouring, that was the confidence grower for me.
Oh.
It's a lot more forgiving than your alcohol. I love it. Tri-blends are my favourite, but I just find if you've not quite got that blend, you've not quite that shade with alcohol colouring, it's a bit harder to come back to. It's not impossible, but it's a lot harder, whereas with your water-based, you know, you can then just start to draw it out with the colour, or you can go in and add that little bit more.
And you can layer it. You absolutely start pale. Watercolours are always going to dry paler than you think, and that's great because then you can go back and you can go over it, and then you can intensify the background. You can put more into it if you want. But there you go. That's how and that will just stand on that little mat, and we've done that in real time, and you've seen how you just follow the steps, and that's what you're going to get, and how cool is that? You can go back if you want later. If you want to get fancy, Craig, you could even go back with your pen and give it a few veins and get a bit more detail. You know, it's up to you how much you want to add to that, because of course you've got the brush nib. I didn't even show you the pens. What am I like? You've got the brush nib and you've got the chisel nib, and this one, not the chisel, sorry, the bullet. And that bullet nib is perfect for adding more of this. So look, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking at the lines I've already got on the leaves. I've got veins to show, like, this is the veins that I've got going on in this watercolour here. So follow what I've already got going on, darker at the base, because that's where there'll be less shadow, so more lines makes it darker naturally. And then you can just, again, so the point I'm making is you can stop wherever you're comfortable at. But if you then go, right, I want to take it further. What happens if I add this? What happens if I do that little bit extra detail there? What if I do? Then give it a try, okay?
Give it a shot,
do another one, then take that step further. So you know you've got one that looks like it's good there. That's great. It's good there. Do another one and take that stage further. Get your phone out, capture it, so you know next time, that's what that looks like, and I'm going to do that again. Or maybe that wasn't the best, or maybe I should have stopped the last time. But at the end of the day, it's a bit of card, and you don't know till you try.
But that's the thing as well. And then this is where you also talk about layering. You've just used that bullet nib as layering. And for me, it's a question I get asked as well. And I'm not always overly confident in answering, Sheena, where would you use that bullet nib? It's water-based, but what a great way to use it, that you're just doing it there.
Absolutely, Craig. And I tell you what, wait till the technique we're going to show. We're going to do some, we're going to use the ink pads next technique when I tidy up. Then we've got a really cool technique with the pens again.
Okay.
We're going to do landscape. I know you're going to like this one, Craig.
Oh, can't
it's really
wait.
fun. I've just started playing with this, so we might be building on it live before a live studio audience.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So cool.
Well, it's the same question that's come through a few times, Sheena, if you don't mind answering it just now. Just as a recap, what was it you done with that rose? It was embossing, wasn't it, that you done?
Yeah, white embossing powder. So you could use clear embossing powder, but if it's clear, make sure that your ink pad, your clear embossing pad, is clean, because you're just putting clear on top of that. So if you want it to be bright white, I would use a white embossing powder.
Okay.
And that's it. Just emboss it, and then go ahead and paint it as you've just seen me do.
Absolutely incredible. So other than the stamping and the heat embossing, Sheena's just done all that in front of your eyes. That whole lot, which absolutely is epic. You know, we've still got the rest of this show. We've got our Colour Me Happy, and then you'll have Ben and Sheena later on for Beautiful Beginnings, but you can always go back, recap as well. This is your Best of Sheena Douglas. This is your 8-piece showstopper bundle. Now, when it comes to this one here, you're going to get the 7 stamp sets. Now, yes, it's 7 stamp sets, but you're going to get lots of elements inside each of the sets. You're going to get sentiments as well. Not only that, when it comes to that price, what you are going to get is your A3 white multi-purpose. It is A3 in size. We're giving that free. Absolutely free. Now, on that today's price at £50.33 or $62.68, you're going to be saving over 20% on that. 20%, over 20%. Now, if you are, of course, platinum, this is when usually we would say you would be paying £40.26 or $50.14. Not today or this week. You're going to be paying that if you're a gold member, because this whole week is Club Inspire week. This is Club Inspire event. So every category that you're in, every level, you're going to get an extra 5% off. So gold members are going to be paying that price on the screen. If you are platinum, where that price there for today's showstopper platinum price, you're going to be $37.45. Or for you guys stateside, you're then going to be, when it comes to your dollars, you're going to be 47 1 cent for you guys when it comes to that price today, because that's giving you that extra 5%. Or if this is your very first order after joining Club Inspire, then of course you're going to get 25% off the first order. Not only that, of course, you're going to get double points on these. Not only that as well, it's over £10, which means then you're going to get your free gift as well, which is your 2023 Club Inspire badge. Now, everyone will get that when it comes to Club Inspire, as long as your order is over £10, $10, €10. The guys and girls in the warehouse will pop that in for you straight away. All of that, everything else you're going to find on Shop the Day on crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. There's also a section there today that you can check out, flash sale. ah. And then that is where you're going to get so many items there with 50% off, so check them ones out. You're still going to get your extra 5% on your flash sale. You're still going to get your double points as well. And if it's over £10, $10 or €10, you're still going to get your free gift too. Right, let's have a look at some of our image sentiment dies. I adore these ones. I love these ones. One of the questions I always get asked quite a lot is, you find it hard when it comes to a card or the front of a card, where it'll have the main image as the focal and where it'll have the sentiment. How do you tie them all together, that positioning in that card or that project? This does it both. This is the sentiment and this is the topper and the focal point at the same time. Now you're going to be getting all of these, including 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl. Centura Pearl A4 in size, which is of course 310 GSM, and the one that you are going to be getting is your Snow White with a hint of gold. Each of these ones here, these are going to cut out, but they're also going to give you a matte and layer die. You know how much I love my matte and layer dies. And with these ones here, what you can also do, if you've got our foil press, foil that for literally 4 seconds, if that, and then use the outer die to die cut it out, and that's a nice way. Watercolor card, do your colouring, your watercolouring, your washes, but you're going to get your additional one, which is your thank you for everything. So that one was If Friends Were Flowers. You're also going to get thank you for everything. You're then going to be getting Celebrate with Cake. Who doesn't love cake? You're then going to get Count Your Blessings, and then you're also going to be getting your Faith, Hope, Love. And then you're also going to be getting Friends Mean the World. That's coming to you. So 2 dies within each set. But as I say, you are then going to be getting your Centura Pearl as well. So it's your 10 pack of Centura Pearl, Snow White with a hint of gold, 10 sheets, 310 GSM. Fold it, cut it, emboss it. Lots of techniques that you can still do with Centura Pearl. £19 or $25, which is exceptional at that for all of those dies. But then if you're a gold member, you're going to be £15.20 or $20. And for you guys platinum, of course, you're going to be that extra 5% as well. Just to say, when it comes to these extra 5% discounts, when you're on the website, you log into your Club Inspire account, all of the products, all the prices there will already include your extra 5%. So if you are gold member, all your prices will of course show off that extra 5%, which is your gold price or whatever tier you're on. So it's already done for you. So that is one incredible bundle that we've got. But what about a hero tool? We love a hero. We've got our hero tool here, which is our stamp cleaner and solution. I used to be so bad, and still am sometimes, at cleaning my stamps.
I've got that.
Well, see, when it comes to stamps, Sheena, I think of that whole food and wok scenario.
Right.
That, you know, they say don't clean a wok.
I like your thinking, and I tell you what, there is method in that.
There is.
Because new stamps need to dirty up.
Yes, they do.
They do need to dirty up, just not forever, Craig.
Okay.
Not forever.
Not forever.
Not forever, Craig.
Right, this is where the stamp cleaner comes in. This is your stamp cleaner, it's your hero tool. $18.88 or $25.11. Platinum price would usually be the price that you can see on your screen. Not today, that's going to be, of course, your gold member price, £15.10 or $20.09. Now, when it comes to that one there, you guys platinum, you're going to get an extra 5% on top of that as well. $14.16, or for you guys stateside, when it comes to your guys in dollars, you're then going to be, you're going to be £18.83 for your hero tool. So when it comes to that, you've got the actual hero tool, you've got the stamp cleaner as well. I say Sheena's got hers out there.
I thought I might as well show you because I need to clean a stamp.
Let's do it.
You know what? What's brilliant, the best thing is as well, it's the back of these stamps when it cleans them, because these are all photopolymer stamps. So here's what I do: I give them a good spray with my. Now photopolymer is going to stain. Right, don't worry about the staining. They just do.
They do, okay.
The acrylic stamps, photopolymer stamps, the stain. What we're getting off here is the sometimes damaging, especially the embossing ink.
Right.
That's the ink that is going to be one of the worst for your stamps, because it builds up, Craig. And it keeps building up and building up. And I've actually left it that long. I'm just speaking from experience, because I'm as not easy what you is. Because I've gone and stamped and it's pulled the paper off the card.
Oh, no.
It's been like that strong. The glue has built up that much. So yeah, clean it like that. And also I like to clean the back of my stamps, and when they're done, they're super sticky. Once then, that's the bit you clean, right? And look at that, it looks horrific. It's like, you can see it's well loved. I ain't just saying it, I use it, obviously, this is mine. What happens is, when that is all really, well at that stage really, when I get home, I'll be taking this out, and I'll be running it under this tap and swishing it. I might use a bit of like washing up liquid on it, clean it, let it dry, and then it's good to go back in there. It'll be nice and clean again, all that rubbish is out. But this one's the drying one, and now, look, it cleans it that well.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, yeah.
Hello. Yeah. You know, if you're a stamper, is that a good demo?
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you want. You want to be able to it sticks. It's great.
There you go.
Good formula.
That's why, Craig, you need to get into the habit of cleaning your stamps a lot more. So yeah, that's your cleaning solution. That one there is your hero tool, $18.88 or $25.11. Lots of people watching, tuning in. Sandra Dundas, Wendy Graham on YouTube is saying good morning to us. Same as Hannah. Val Lloyd is saying good morning. Sheena, looking forward to Sheena's demos today. Followed you for years. Sheena, Suzanne Dawn is on Facebook saying, oh, a little late, watching Christmas movies and lost track a little bit of time. Good morning, my crafty friends and CCTV crew.
Christmas movies?
Can I confess, right? When I got home last night, I didn't know, I couldn't settle.
Yeah.
I watched Corrie, but I wasn't in the mood to watch Corrie, you know, I wasn't in the mood to catch up with the wrestling, or all that sort of stuff. And I was channel surfing, and Movies 24 are showing Christmas films.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they are.
Did you watch one?
So I did, I watched one.
Have you got your favourite Christmas films?
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, there's loads. Well, Home Alone 2 is my favourite Christmas film ever.
Well, I love Home Alone 1 and 2, but I love Christmas with the Cranks. Have you
Oh
seen
my
Christmas
gosh,
with the Cranks?
yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, oh, see, I love Tim Allen.
Yeah,
I love Tim Allen.
Brilliant.
Love Tim Allen. So
Yeah.
anything with Tim Allen. I've actually been watching Home Improvement on Disney Plus
yeah.
lately. They've put that on. Yeah, Suzanne's watching. Lynn's in. Yeah, guys, it's on Disney Plus in the UK. Our Nicole's watching. Nicole Brederick saying, good morning, everyone. Oh, that looks lush. Need to get those stamps in my basket. Love watercolouring. Oh, it's lovely to see you popping up. There was quite a few questions all around the same thing that I asked Sheena about what you'd done with the actual rose there. So hopefully that covered it as well. Anything else you want to ask or that you just want to say morning, do let Rachel know in the socials. We'll read them out. I just know that you guys just love seeing Sheena and seeing what she does here. So that is why what we are going to do is we're going to take this little bit of a break. We'll do a little bit of a recap of one of the items when we come back, and then we'll go straight back to Sheena. So here is, I think it's Club Inspire, is it? Here we go, Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club, and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly how he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are. Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
There we go. It's all the fun that we have here on Crafters TV. Right, let's crack on. Rachel's toddled off for the day. We've got Rebecca now for the remaining of this show on social. So again, if there's anything you want to ask her that, do head across to Facebook or YouTube. Right, let's have a look at our pick of the day. So our pick of the day is our Duet ink pads here. So let's have a look at these, because these are relatively new to the family, and these are coming up within your Beautiful Beginnings. So Beautiful Beginnings, I'm here for this show, and then Colour Me Happy, and then Ben's going to be taking over for Beautiful Beginnings with Sheena. So these are coming up, but you'll still be able to get them on the website. You'll find them on Shop the Day, and these ones being our pick of the day. Now, our pick of the day is a time limit deal when it comes to the price of these ones here, or while stocks last. If the stocks do last, then the deal itself will end just before wake up call tomorrow. So this one is our Duet ink pad selection, £62 or $93. You're going to be getting all of these. So you're going to be getting your Midnight Mist, you're going to be getting your Sailor's Wake, then you're also going to be getting your Awakening Forest. Not only that, you're going to be getting the Spring Bud, you're then going to be getting the Waterfall, you're getting the Soft Heather, you're getting your Sunrise Glow, you're getting the Sweet Clementine, you're then getting the Rose Apple, you're then getting the Raspberry Ripple, and then you're going to be getting the Vintage Merlot as well. A brand new shape design, easy to hold into the hand there, at your gold member price of £49.60 or $74.40. Now, if you are platinum, you're going to be £46.50, or for you guys stateside, you're going to be $69.75. This is how all the colours look when it comes to your card stock. Now, you can then start to do your washes, you can do your techniques, you can do your colouring. Absolutely beautiful array of colours that you've got here. So fresh, so happy, so smiley. But these are all part of your pick of the day. All these on the website as well for you to check out. So that is your pick of the day when it comes to your Duet ink pads. We've then got our Duet ink pad stamps coming up just in a moment, and I've got them right here. Now these ones here, so it is a 4-pack, however it does consist of 22 stamps in total. Now today's price, you're going to be £30 or $35. If you're a gold member, you're going to be £24 or $28. For you guys that are platinum, you're going to be £22.50, or for you guys stateside, $26.25. That's giving you the 4 packs, but it's giving you the 22 stamps in total. Each of these consists of a really big, sizable stamp, and then you've kind of got all these additional icon stamps, sentiments as well. You start to build, start to layer that wildflower meadow Sheena's going to be using in a moment. Now these were launched at the same time as the Duet ink pads. They work absolutely perfectly together, hence why the title Duet is there in the title of these stamp sets. But you're going to get all of these ones here, £30 or $35, with a gold member price of £24, $28. Or if you are platinum, you're then going to be $22.50 or $26.25. They're there for you guys Central Europe as well. You just need to go onto your website, which is .eu, but all of them are .co.uk, .com.eu. Even everything within Beautiful Beginnings, at the end of the day, it's all there in the category for you on Shop the Day for you to check out. Right, such a lovely selection for you to then get creative with. You can use them all separately, of course, but then they work beautifully well when you team them together.
Absolutely.
Who would have thought?
You know, when you look at all the ink pads that Crafter's Companion do, the Spectrum Raw ink pads, they've all got like a power up, haven't they?
Yes.
Like, you know, the water reactive, they're transparent, they're translucent, they blend with water, they blend across the surface of the card, fabulous. You've got your shimmers, you've got everything there specifically. For me, I'm thinking, where would I absolutely go to these ones, Craig? And I would do these ones if you like mixed media.
Right,
if you
okay.
like mixed media, because I know they work great on gesso. So if they work great on a gesso background, you can go and find anything that, a bit of wood, a bit of MDF, a bit of anything. You can make a plaque, you know, so that it's actually a painted wood plaque, little hook on it. You've then got something that's wall art instead of just a card, which a card is fabulous, but that's a keepsake, and that's sellable. Yeah. So it could go on tin. If you could put gesso on tin, the ink pads will go on the tin. So that would be, and that's why I've got this piece of card here and I've got it gessoed.
Okay.
Now, if you want to use it onto regular card, normal card, the brushes that Leanne had brought with these are fabulous for that. They do blend, the best way of blending on regular card, uncoated card. But I want to show you how they work great with a gessoed card as well, or a gessoed bit of wood, gessoed anything. So white gesso, place it on whatever you're using. I'm using just these large blending tools. Now with any kind of effect, with any kind of technique, what's going to happen is it's going to take a while to get the colour on there and get it started to blend. Now gesso is Italian for gypsum or chalk. So by nature, gesso is as a chalk finish.
Okay.
That's literally what it means.
Right.
And the reason is as it is. It's technically a primer. It's what you would artists put on canvases to allow oil paint or corrosive paint. Now it's acrylics too, to sit on the canvas and move nicely. But more importantly, in the past, it was so that it wouldn't eat into the canvas. You know, because that would be like terps, you'd have linseed oil, and it would corrode the canvas over time, Craig. So that's what gesso.
The things I'm learning in just this last hour alone.
It wasn't obviously acrylic back in the day. It would have been made of, you know, like natural substance like egg and things like that. But now that's what. So if you're wondering why gesso, what is it? Is it just a paint? No, it's not. It's like a primer. But it also is, in practical terms, the mattest white paint you could probably use. And the reason it works really nicely with these is that these also are a matte finish. So you're talking, if you want that flat, matte finish, absolute opposite to the other product that we've got, the sprays, the shimmer sprays. If you want, you know, the chalk paint finish, Craig, these are a perfect combination for that. So what I'm doing is I used a bit of sweet clementine, and I'm singing it in my head.
I know, I'm
Oh, you can't not. I'm going ba ba ba. Oh, you can't help it, can you?
You can't, you just can't.
Yeah, I haven't got one, fortunately, for Raspberry Ripple. Although I do, I'm singing Raspberry Beret now. Oh, no, there's no hope, Craig.
No, there's none.
Bit of Prince there, you can't beat that, can you? Oh.
We'll have a quiet going on throughout the
You know
day.
what the sad thing is, Craig, as well? I am like lyrics. I am the lyric queen. There's nothing
I am the
else of any
lyric
value.
queen. She comes from down our way and she can sing.
Ah, you know, I was like,
There you go, there you are.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I am. Honestly, there's nothing of any value in my head. Just lyrics. And
I beg
stuff
to
like
differ
that.
on that one.
Yeah, but I'm happy. What can I say? I'm happy. So what I'm doing is I'm just going ahead and blending this, and I'm going to go back. I love that. You know what this reminds me of as well? There's another thing. It's not a song. You're okay, you're safe.
Fruit salad, sweet.
Absolutely, fruit salad chews.
Me and you.
Yeah, we're there. You're there with me. I love fruit salad chews, and you mix up. Did you
Yeah.
get a van that used to come around, Craig?
Yeah, yeah.
We did as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, it was brilliant. You get your mix up, didn't you? Depending on how old you are, whether it was a 10 pence mix up or a, you know, a 50 pence mix
Yeah.
up. You can tell, like, you know, guess a bit of the age with that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take some of this clementine a little bit further down. But yeah, you'd get your white mice in there. You'd get your
Oh yeah, the white mice.
the flying saucers.
Oh, I love them.
I like them. They were lovely.
Yeah.
Shrimps, the little
The
pink
little shrimp, yeah.
foam shrimp things.
I like I was never a big fan of the foam bananas. I eat
No,
them,
yeah.
but I like the shrimp, pink
Yeah,
shrimps.
shrimps were good, yeah. So I'm just, can you see how gorgeous and ethereal looking that is? It's really
does.
pretty. The reason these blenders are really cool as well, if you haven't got them yet, they're a great one for this product, because you can get two colours on one side. It's a
Hey,
good
that looks cool.
time
Yeah, it looks
saver.
smart.
Just colours that work together, that'll blend nicely if there's a bit in the middle. You wouldn't want to put like if you put a blue on one side and a yellow on the other, you know you're going to get green some point, aren't you? Yeah,
Yes, that's true,
so
yeah.
just be aware of that. So I'm just going ahead and just mixing it up a bit more with the colour on this, going more for kind of a bluey greeny kind of base background. I'm not worried about blending this in yet because I've got still loads of time to do that. I'm just putting lots of colour down, and then I'll go over and refine it. So that looks about right for that colour I want there. Then I'm going to go to, so that was Sailor's Wake. Spring buds, let's do it. All right, so spring buds now, just to go into the bottom where that Sailor's Wake is, a little bit like that. So what I'm doing here, my plan is I'm making a really pretty background for those wildflowers.
Right.
Because they are just going to be, it's so simple. Once you've got the base down, the background sorted, think of it kind of, it doesn't have to be linear, like there's a hill, there's the sky, as long as it's like suggesting, you know, you could look in a kind of ethereal way. Oh,
it's
yeah,
giving it
there's
that
a
nod,
field and there's
yeah.
a sky going on, and that's really pretty. What I would say as well is always work bigger and then trim down. I haven't, just because I've already trimmed it down quite more to the size I'm using. But what's happening is, can you see my fingerprints?
You can see them, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't turn to you know, like it'd be like CSI, isn't it? You know, just like,
do a little bit of dusting with the inky
yeah,
fingerprints.
exactly. So I'll just try and you can usually cover it up, to be honest. So that's that done. So that is probably, I'm fine with that. I'm not worried about a little bit splodge there because we're going to cover that over. Right, that's the layer down. Then you can think, because these react and work with water, you can do some bits to them. So the easiest thing that you can do is you can, well actually I'm going to use a brush. If you use, just wet your hands and drop water onto it, you'll get bigger splodges. If you want smaller, like little spatters, use a brush and tap it and be quite patient because you think there's nothing happening here. But you're going to get more little wispy, kind of dusty kind of looks, which is more what I'm looking for, because I'm thinking like summer, like little, you know, firefly, pollen, anything like that.
Yeah, little fireflies.
Just,
what a great idea.
Pretty, isn't it? So you've got that there. Then I'm going to take a bit of clean kitchen paper and then just, but you don't really need to, because to be honest, it does its own thing anyway, can you see? So it's up to you how much or little. Start with less, build it up if you want. And we could even put a sun in the sky here because it's so reactive, this, that you can. I'm going to try a freehand sun here. If you're not sure, you could draw around something, but let's just go for that there. So circle-ish. And the thing is with this, if you're not that sure about it, what can happen is, it's like when you start trimming, you end up with a postage stamp. You know, to square the edges off. This becomes one of those Stephen King, like, you know, like that deep impact, you know, where it's just colliding to earth. Yeah,
Oh,
run
yeah.
for your life, there's nowhere to go. Yeah, it becomes like this super planet. Right, so we've got
So
that
cool,
there.
that.
Yeah. We can put some clouds in the sky. This is really easy for clouds as well. So see how easy it lifts on the gesso.
It does.
So if you've tried this before, and watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull some of that colour over the sun.
Shut up.
See, and now we've got it so that you've got the clouds coming over as well as across there like that. And you just get to have a play. Just keep playing. So it moves so well. This is what this paint does brilliantly, and I love it on that gesso background. So this could be a moon if you had these. In fact, we will do something like this at some point. We'll make it a nighttime version. And then there'll be wispier clouds and little bits, and you can have it very, you know, Halloween-y and stuff. So think of your Halloween cards you've got coming up.
Yeah.
Remember these techniques. You're going to thank me for it when you get them. Yeah, for sure. So then we've got the sky going on. We've got the little wispy bits. I'm going to dry that really quickly, then we're going to do some stamping.
Okay.
Okay.
That is fantastic. Oh my god, I just want to get inky with these ones now. I want to imagine that. Imagine your pick of the day, all of these ink pads that you've got that you can then start to do, whether of course you're going for that springtime, that summer, the autumn time, going into the autumn and fall time, of course, thinking of the Halloween, that spooky feel that you can get, of course, just by doing what Sheena's doing now.
Right, so Craig, we're going to do some stamping there. We'll put the florals in. I was a bit naughty.
Well, you're not,
I've
okay.
cut them up.
Oh,
No, don't tell Leanne. You didn't
I'm
say
not
no.
telling Leanne
I
that.
know, if you're really careful, you can split them, because this is all one big stamp, right? And that's the way it's always going to stamp, if it's one big stamp. But I thought, well, they're so nice. There's about 3, 4 here I can split up, Craig, if I'm very careful, which is what I've done. So let's start with this one here. This is like that, like shepherd's purse, I think it was called, this one. I used to see that around when I was a kid. You hang around the fields that you do, you know, when you're a kid, I remember that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start using some of the ink pads in the neat foam.
So you've laid them down, you've blended with them, you've lifted the colour,
Yeah.
you're stamping with them.
And now we're layering, Craig. We're going to layer. So I want to have some colour at the background like this. And I don't want to use the same one over and over again. I want to maybe change the height of it so that we've got different, like it suggests that it's a different stamp, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm not going to
does.
use it at an angle because I think it looks quite nice, quite straight, this stamp, and like that. So that's enough of that one. And I'm going to take one of the other ones now. But this is the background layer.
Right.
We'll come forward. We'll use this daisy type of one. Now that's got like a bit of a corner thing going on there, which I might use that one instead, right? Let's use this one. And this also is going to just be the back layer. So we're suggesting a field full of lovely things. See, so we've got that going on there. Isn't it just summery and fresh?
Yeah.
It's like, like a bit far out, isn't it?
It is.
So now I'm going to
That
come
looks,
further
wow.
forward. I'll leave that same one on there. We'll come further forward, but we'll use a darker green now. Let's go with this one, the Awakening Forest. So because I'm coming forward, I'm going to make the colours more bold and more obvious. Okay? Isn't that such a pretty technique?
That is such a really good technique. And if you're looking at these stamps and you think, well, they're not good to me because I don't like big stamps. They're your stamps. So if you're not going to use them in a big way, why not snip into them?
Absolutely. Just be careful when you just take your time and absolutely do that, because then you use them the way they're tools. Like I said before, they are a tool that it's just going to make it work for you, aren't you?
Yeah, you are.
If whatever it takes to get that look, go for it. And then you've got a really pretty scene, all with what we've got there, just like that.
Wow.
And then you put your wording on there. You can put a little bit of a border on it if you want, but I wouldn't. I think the joy in that one is the fresh, clean colours.
Clean look, yeah.
The clean look, isn't it? I wouldn't vignette the edges. I don't think. No, we're not, none of that. Keep it clean, and it's kind of very summery, pure colour.
Very summery. You keep it organic, keep it as it is. You created it. I love that. Oh wow! To think as well, Sheena's just done all that in front of your eyes as well. By showing you how to start to blend with them, but then lift that colour up and then stamp with them and then overlay with them as well on that bit of cardstock as well. Awesome. I'm going to be doing that with gesso, that's for sure. And you can do that when it comes to these ones here. These ones here being the 4-pack of your Duet ink pad clear stamp selection. Now within this one, it is a 4-pack, however, you're getting 22 stamps in total. So you're going to be getting all 4 of these ones that you're going to be able to work. You're starting to be able to cross them over if you want to. You're then going to be, so if we go, if we go back, guys, just in the gallery there, if we go back to the details. So if you want to get these stamps, the details are going to be coming up on your screen just in a moment, where you're going to be able to get your hands on these ones. So it's 4 packs, but it's giving you all these stamps in total. You know, Sheena was just using that wildflower one there a moment ago that you can then start to lift if you want to when it comes to these ones. So we'll go over them ones just in a moment. We've got quite a few comments coming through. We've got, it's wrecking the joint. It's wrecking the joint.
Whoops.
Yep.
Only me.
Only me. We've got the details coming up for you now. If you do want to go for these ones here, that is your 4-pack, £30 or $35. Now, if you are a gold member today, you're going to be then £24 or $28. However, if you are platinum, you're going to be £22.50 or $26.25 for all 4 of these. Think of what you could be doing from following on with Sheena's instructions there. There is your Duet ink pad clear stamp collection. Right, we're going to go on to some of the tools there, but we do have lots of you still tuning in, watching. We've got Lynn Harvey saying, we used to have a sweet van that went around the suite. It was such a treat. It was a nice treat, yeah, it was nice hearing the song. Suzanne saying, I mostly sing the wrong lyrics. I do that with most songs anyway. You just think of a song and just make up the lyrics. It's kind of what Ben does, but Ben does that in a good way. He's really good at that. Lynn is saying these colours remind me of the fruit salad sweets. I did like the blackjacks as well.
Oh, yeah,
I do like the blackjacks. Yeah, really nice. You can't have a fruit salad without the blackjack. I loved them. Sandra Dundas is saying, I remember the rainbow drops in the paper cone. The penny cupfuls of them.
The rainbow drops. They had all those little, the white chocolate with all the little sprinkles. Yeah.
Nice, yeah. Oh, no, oh gosh, yeah, now I'm just wanting all these sweets. We've got Sandra Dundas is saying, Sheena, mine's are in 2 pieces that I stamped, I follow you, and Leanne. Paw Print Times Troll saying, yes, a good moon with the clouds and the dark skies, Halloween is coming. I don't make many Halloween cards, but I have lots of fun with them. You might be this year. That's all I'm saying. Linda is saying Halloween is coming. Lisa Harmon is saying good morning, crafters. Suzanne is saying that's beautiful. Sarah is saying I never thought about cutting up the stamps before. What a great idea. Even I never thought of that. Even as Sheena said, you know, if you just be careful, you don't want to cut any of the imagery away. Your stamps, do what you like with them. And Yvonne Barks is saying, Sheena, you have encouraged me to start using ink pads. I've always been afraid of using them and making mistakes. The only thing I'm worried about is using the right card. Well, you know, you've kept it really simple.
Absolutely. Do you want to see a really cool thing?
Go for it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Right. So I mentioned the chromatography word, didn't I? I was like, so what you need to know as well, you know, this is my life. This is it. So even when I go home, it's just an extension of what I'm doing.
Okay.
So when I'm drawing, I've been drawing with fountain pens and fountain pen ink. And ink, you can do different things with ink than you can with watercolor. Okay. And one of the things that ink does is the chromatography, the makeup of an ink. When you add water, some inks will split into different colors. A black, for example, might have blue in it, or purple, or teal. And you'll notice that with some of your ink pads that you've used in the past, I'm sure. So we've got all these inks here, so I thought, let's try and see if we can do this technique, which is a watercolor technique, and make it ridiculously easy, but so anybody can do it, but it looks so cool. So what I've got is my totally Tiffany little thing here. I'm not sure what they call it. The
rotating design board.
Table? Is that what it is?
Yeah, rotating design board.
So you know that when you get it, your clip's on the tall side, isn't it?
Yes,
Right?
yeah.
The clip's there.
Yeah.
So I've just turned it and I've added another clip. And the reason why, Craig, right, here's the other thing. This is a time saver. You know when you're doing your inky backgrounds and you're using loads of water and everything, and you're taping it down and everything?
Yeah.
Well, hello, you've got it anchored there. What? So when you're doing all the wet and everything, it's not going anywhere and you're not getting your fingerprints. So what I could have done with that, I could have inked on that and it wasn't going to go anywhere.
Mind
Well,
blowing.
I knew when I saw that, everybody's laughing at me, I went, that's amazing. And I know it's amazing for something in my life. But I was like, what is it? And that is exactly what it is. I knew that there was, because this are the things I do. Right, when you see the next thing, so what I've done is I've used a piece of watercolour card and I've cut it in half, so like A5 size, right? I'm going to do two here. I'm going to do one at the top and one. I'm going to do two A6 scenes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it in the simplest form to start with. We're going to just use one colour, and it's not even a colour, we're using black, just so you can see how this works. For this, you're going to need your big flat brush. That's your 3/4 inch flat brush. You're going to need a pen, and you're going to use the brush nib part of it. So before we start, make sure your brush has already been primed with water. Always prime your brush first so that if it's new, they don't soak up the water as well. So that's ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line. I'm drawing the line.
You're drawing a line. I'm drawing a line here.
And then what you do is you take your brush with lots of water on it and you paint up to the line. How cool that is, look. And if you put more water, it wicks even more, and you can just keep going. And what you get with that is, if depending on how it comes across, you can get a tree line, or if you keep going, then this could be a lake. Right, can you see how we've got there? So just don't be scared to add lots of water.
Oh my God.
So that's, and then what you can do is if you want to add a little bit more colour, we can scribble onto the mat, pick up a bit more colour, and then I'm going to take this off there now and just put a little bit up here for the sky. And then bring that. Can you see how much that's wicking up there?
Yeah,
Craig?
you can.
Now, look, and then you can just put some, maybe
like
put
a
some
lake.
ripples in here, and then we can put a little bit of land at the front here if you want, just like that. But that there, we've created a landscape with just the black
Holy
pen.
smokes.
And when that dries, you've got the illusion of a lake and tree line. Now I'm going to dry that, then we're going to come in and we're going to just leave it for a bit because it's still moving. Can you see? We've still got trees going on here. You're going to get irregular kind of things. You've got the reflection in the water down here. We can put some grasses here and we can use those stamps we've just done to we'll do another one. Let's pop that back on there. We'll come around the other side. Voila! How cool is that?
So
I'm liking
cool.
that. How cool
Love
is it?
mine.
And let's mix it up a bit. Let's add a bit of colour in there. Let's put a bit of green in there, and we'll pop a little bit of blue in there as well. Okay. So this is just new for you to play, guys. When you'll see where I'm going with it when we add the stamps. So there's the black line. That's going to give us the drama. So there's the black line. I'm going to pop a little bit of the green just above the black, so it gives it a little bit of colour. And I'm going to pop a little bit of blue just here, so we get a different colour coming out. Use my brush again, loads of water, and come up to that line and drag it out like this. How cool is that? Look. And the more water you put on, the more it wants to move and do its thing. So you've got some good trees going on here. Look at that. And then you're going to come down, let's put some, make a lake. Let's put some reflection down there. And we'll continue that down like that. We'll put maybe a little bit of mood and atmosphere going on there as well.
Oh my God.
And then we'll pop a little bit of, like, let's use that green, and we'll pop maybe a little grassy bank or something here. How cool is that, Craig? You want to play with it, don't you?
I so want to play with that. I so want to do that.
So then we've got that first layer down. What we can do then is you can refine it if you want later. We're going to put some different clouds in the sky. We're going to dry these now. We're going to come back and I'll show you how we'll make them two cards with them. So if I can have a bit of drying time, we'll come back and show you the next bit.
Oh my God.
It's cool, isn't it?
That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh my God. I just want to go home now and go and do that. Oh, wow. Right. Come on, Craig, gather. Right. we're going to show a few things and then we will go back to Sheena. Let's have a look at this showstopper here. This is the best of Sheena Douglas. This is your 8-piece showstopper collection. You know what, I'm just going to show these ones individually. I'm going to go this way for you, Sam, so we can see them individually, and then I'll chop and change. So you're going to get all 7 of these sets here. Now, say you've got the 7 of them. However, what you are going to get is you're going to get some additional swirls. You're then going to get some of your sentiment stamps as well. All of these ones are included. You're going to be getting all of these. You are going to be paying £50.33 for you guys stateside when it comes to, I can't take the others because the other ones have been sellotaped. Oh, good thinking at the time. Good thinking at the time. So I can't show you the other ones, but then they were good. Well, I could, but then I'll just completely wreck the pack shot that we've got here. So what we'll do is Sam will just come back in and then have a look at that. You're going to get all of these ones here, all 7 of them, but you're going to get all these different stamps in total. Sentiments, embellishment stamps, the main imagery as well. Now, not only that, you're going to be getting your A3 multi-purpose cardstock, 300 GSM, and you're going to get the 30 sheets. If you love your A4 cardstock, cut it in half, of course, then there gives you your 60 sheets. But that's coming to you completely free. When it comes to that today's price, you're saving over 20%, £50.33 or $62.68. Now, if you're a gold member, when it comes to that showstopper, you're going to be £40.26 or $50.14. If you are platinum, then your platinum price, you're going to come down to $37.45 or $47 and a cent. Oh, not only that, you're going to get your double points on everything this week for Club Inspire Week. Plus, because it's over £10, $10, that then means that you're going to get your free gift as well, which is your Club Inspire badge. You don't need to do anything. The guys and the girls in the warehouse, they will pop that into your order straight away. So that's a good thing. One less thing that you need to worry about. So that is the best of Sheena. That is your showstopper collection that you'll find on the website. Looking again later on within Colour Me Happy, but we've seen a beautiful demonstration earlier on. We're going to have a look at the blending tools and a few other things before we go back to Sheena, but we've got Suzanne's loving what Sheena just done there. We've got Alison Garrett saying hello from Scotland. Hello to you too. We've got Linda saying, now I need another clip for my design board. Me too, I will do. I'll be having a look on, one of those sites that you can get fast deliveries if we don't already have one on ours. We've then got Melanie D saying, love that technique. Jill saying, love that. Sheena is a magician. Rosalind saying, nice to have an artist. That's a crafter. Suzanne saying, get out of town. Mesmerised. So was I. Anna saying, that's magic. Pamela saying, oh, just awesome. Sherry is saying, mind blown, Craig. Absolutely, I was. Lisa Harmon is saying, I really like that illusion. Linda Armstead is saying, wow. Sherry is saying, Sheena does it again. Awesome. Betty Weaver saying, Sheena, that sorcery. What's that sorcery? Sorcery? Was that sorcery? Sheena, what sorcery was that?
Sorcery. Ah, well,
Magic.
Just call me McGonagall.
Yeah.
I think I'm more Sprout, but in my head I'll be McGonagall. I have a van. I'm like Lily in the van as well. So Maggie Smith. You can't
I love Maggie Smith.
Who would want to be Maggie Smith?
Oh, who wouldn't?
If you weren't going to be Maggie Smith, you'd want to be like Judi Dench. I'm sorry,
Oh, yeah.
one of them. That'll do. Either one. I'm fine.
Oh, Lady in a Van.
Yeah,
Lady
brilliant.
in a Van. Although all these years ago, Hook, she looked a lot older back in Hook with all her
Doesn't she?
makeup and
I
that than
know.
she does now.
She's fantastic, isn't
Oh,
she?
what an
Brilliant.
actress. What an actress.
Yeah.
Really is. Right, let's have a quick look at these few things and we'll go back to Sheena here. This is our square blending tool, rectangle blending tool, with the 10-piece refills as well. £6.38 or $7.92. You're going to be saving 20%. If you're gold member, you're going to be £5.10 or $6.34. And of course, if you're platinum, you're going to get an additional 5% on top of that as well. I love my square blending tools. It's the square ones that I use time in, time out. You're going to be getting the blending tool. Not only that, you are going to be getting your 2 foam heads in that pack, plus you're going to be getting 10-pack of the replacement ones as well. If you can, this is one that I would highly recommend multi-buy. Do that, then you're going to have a number of them ready to go. But from your Spectrum Noir, perfect for your blending. A few other techniques you can do with them too, but an incredible price, even at just today's price being £6.38 or $7.92. I remember not that long ago, I used to pay around about a tenner for just the blending tool. You didn't even get it. Well, I think you got one foam head and that was it.
Yeah, you know, that's what I forgot when I came back, Craig, how Spectrum Noir, how the prices, the starting prices, the regular prices are way lower than the competition. And then they reduce them further. Why? Why you reduce them further? It's like, wow.
Why?
Yeah.
buy. I know. When we sell them, no bother. You know, key tools that you need. But again, it's just about giving you, yes, the best product, but the best deal as well. So that's the blending tools. What we are going to have a quick look at is our sparkle pen. This is our 9-piece collection. Now it is a 3-pack. However, within each pack, you do get 3 sparkle pens. So it's 9 in total. You're going to get holly leaf, smoke quartz. You're going to get harvest moon, aquamarine, pink garnet. You're also then going to be getting firefly, rose quartz, soft jade, and also the moonstone as well. Beautiful shimmer you've got within these sparkle pens here, being water-based. $25.98 or $37.98. Your gold member price is going to be $20.78 or $30.38. With you guys platinum, going to get an extra 5% on top of that as well. Remember, when you log into your Club Inspire on our website, all your correct prices will have been taken off, and it's all there for you to see. So one last look then we're going to have a break, because I know many of you got a couple of items within your baskets, quite a few items in actual fact. So we'll have that break in a moment, and as soon as we come back, we will go straight back to Sheena. But these ones here is our Quirky Sentiment stamp sets. This is your 6-piece collection here. They really are quirky. We're going to get all of these ones where, Lord, give me coffee to change the thing that I can change, and wine to accept the things I can't. You've got that one. That's included in there. You've then got, it's a little bit blurry on that one there. We've got Roll My Eyes. That's kind of what I just did there a minute ago when I was looking at that one. Approved by the Dogs. Yeah, always needs to be approved by the dogs. We've got Cat Whiskers. And then we've also got our Families Are Like Fudge, mostly sweet with a few nuts. I'm saying nothing about my family. And To the Moon and Back as well. That's all what's coming within that 6-piece collection there, £21. $32, you're going to be saving over 10% on that bundle today. If you're a gold member, you're going to be £16.80 or $25.60 for you guys stateside. But if you're platinum, that's going to come down by a further 5% across on your website as well. It's all there, shop the date for you to check out, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. We're going to be back in a couple of minutes where we will go back to Sheena for another incredible demonstration. Back in a minute.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does
That's
she do?
exactly
What
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I want you every day. And it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
A lot of love for what Sheena was just showing you there a moment ago. Just like me, I was kind of like, wow, that was just epic to see. Absolutely epic to see all these different things that you can do. And we've still got Colour Me Happy to come later on in the day, of course. I'm going to be back with Sheena before Ben takes over this evening with Sheena for your beautiful beginnings. Now we're going to go back to Sheena, but I really wanted to just show you the finger daubers because these came back in stock, if not last week, just the week before. I think it was last week. Quietly, might I add, within the website. They came back in stock. Now within this week, with everything else, you're going to get your extra Club Inspire, of course. Not only that, you're going to be getting your double points. This is our ink finger daubers and the storage as well. So it is a 2-pack that you're going to be getting. £42 or $56. Now, if you're a gold member, you're going to be £33.60 or $44.80 for all of that. But then if you're a platinum member, you're going to get an additional 5% off. Once you're on the website, you log into your account, of course, it's all just going to then come off for you. So you'll find them there on the website for you to check out if you want to. They are on shop the day. If you are platinum, that's going to come down to £31.50. But then, of course, not forgetting you guys stateside, you're going to then be coming down, of course, to £42. $42 for you guys stateside. That's taken off that extra 5% as well. So all these extra benefits when it comes to Club Inspire. When it comes to Club Inspire, you've got your double points on all of that. Even if you were to just go for them and stock up on them, you're going to get your free gift as well, which is your Club Inspire pin badge, which is going to be popped into the order. So you can see how so many of the items on today's show complement each other, from the stamp, from the card, from the ink pad, from the application. But then, of course, it's all about how you use them. We've seen epic demonstration towards the start. We've seen some epic techniques as well, pulling and tying and layering things together, how it all flows very, very well together. For me, it's been one of the quickest wake-up calls that I've done. I can't believe we've only got half an hour to go. So we'll go back to Sheena and see what else we're going to do.
Okay, great. Right, I'm going to pick up the pace because just to show you how these can look really cool with some little extra additions. So we're going to do this one as just a nice little summery, like kind of, or wintry, whatever, scene. So take the detailed part of your pen now, and where you see these little things, the trees that you've suggested are happening in the distance, just do some little lines like this, just continuing. And what you've got is a really cool, looks like you've gone to yourself, got yourself on a watercolor class, and you've learned how to do all this ethereal, misty, morning, early morning kind of watercolor effect. I'll hold this up so you can see it a bit better, but just continuing around there like that, and just keep going like that, and just continue. So this is just going to be more trees and tall things in the background. Could be kind of things blowing, but we could put some little leafy bits and things on this foreground here, where you've got just maybe little twiggy bits as well. Just little lines like that. So you've got little a suggestion of a foreground going on. See, Craig? Just lines. Don't get fancy. You don't have to get really dead clever with it. Just little bits like that, and it looks like that. Really, it looks like a winter's morning, doesn't it?
It does.
And then you've got a really cool scene like that, and that would go. Lots of your stamps would go with that. But if we put the grasses, let's see if we can put some grasses over that. Yeah, this one here. So I've got the black. Bear with black. The opaque ink here. And try and see if we can get just the few of the grasses over the front here, like that. Just give you the idea. If we don't get it all done, it'll give you an idea of how you can
It's
build
nice
that
to
up.
see
Can you
though,
see?
yeah.
And then we'll use that a little bit, just one more, and then use the brush even. It looks a little bit repetitive because I'm using the same one, but I'm just really the technique.
Yeah, it's just to
I
see,
want
isn't
to
it?
show
Yeah.
you, yeah. And then what you can do to break it up a bit is use your black ink, the leaf one, and you could even put some larger bits like that in, just really, really fine little bits like this in the foreground too. So you've got like the little impression of some taller grasses.
Seeing it all built up, but very easy to do.
And then you've got a really cool little scene there where you've hardly used your stamps, but you've got all this going on, and you can just continue with these bits in the foreground if you want. And that's that one. We'll pop that one on a card. And then you put your greeting up there, you know, one of those greetings that you've just shown us something on there. We've got look fabulous like that. So you've got a really cute scene. I'm hoping you like that one.
Yeah, I love that one.
And that's one pen. So, and then this one, I thought what we could do is you could make this into more of a Halloween-y one. So if we make this tree like a really, like as if it's got a twisty, gnarly kind of branch on it, and it's like all this really weird kind of tree like that, and it's got like it's kind of as if it's beckoning, isn't it? This
Giving it that feel of it, yeah, yeah. Wow. But using that opposite side of the pen again.
I am just using that bullet, so have some fun with it and have a little, and again I'm just trying to go really quick here just to give you the idea of what you can do with another option on this. And again, just we'll make that really thick, really twisty tree like that. See, so it's a really big and gnarled kind of, because what you're going to do is look at what's happening with the marks, that is where the watercolour's gone, and kind of go with it, Craig, you know, don't just go with it. And then you're going to get these really cool little scribbles and things that you've got going on. What we can do is we can put, oh look, I've got ink all over there. Uh-oh, hang on, bear with me.
Do you know what it can look like as well? As if it's been such heavy...
Yeah, we'll use some green.
Yeah.
We'll put some, so this is where you come back with your green, and you put some bits here, just scribble, and you've got grass stuff going on in the foreground. From a scribble,
yeah.
Yeah, just like, and see, just quite dense, and have some taller bits and shorter bits.
All from our aqua pens.
All from aqua pens, all of this from your pens. And then we'll make this again, we'll do this as a Halloween-y one, and we'll put some bats in the sky and a moon. Let's do that. Let's put a moon. So I'm going to put the moon somewhere here maybe. And this time I'm probably going to do it like a negative moon. Let's do a little bit of grey circle instead of taking the colour out. Let's put a bit of a colour in to suggest a moon or whatever there. So it's kind of the opposite way.
So is this watercolour card, or is this with your gesso coating?
This is just watercolour card, this one, Craig, yeah. Just regular watercolour card, yeah, absolutely. And then that there, and then we're going to put a few. And we'll put some bats in the sky as well. So then you've got, so that there, I know it's like, it's not, there's the stamps, but it lets you see how you can use what you've got in a really different kind of way.
Yeah, it does. But that's just seeing it from where you started to where you're at now. Look at that with the little birds.
There you go.
Or bats.
There's your Halloween scene there. Okay, well that's just at the end with that technique. We'll do more of that in the next hour, and we'll bring the cards in. So if you want to use your stamps that we've just talked about, that's that option. You can do that, and you can obviously put your summer stamps over there. But if you want to keep it Halloween-y, you can do something like that as well. So have fun with that. I'm going to get it cleared up, and then we're going to come back and we're going to colour in a flower.
Brilliant, excellent. How fab is that? Going right from a blank piece of cardstock to then bringing in aqua pens. And you know, really in total, that first one Sheena done just with the black, and then with that second one, the black, the blue, and then the green, and be able to create something like that. You imagine that though, imagine doing it with your oranges and your yellows and the reds, and it could be the autumn tones. For me, with that tree there, for the impression I got, it's like it's been the heavy wind, and the trees just started to fall in over there, and Sheena just going in with a little detail there. Absolutely spectacular. Suzanne's saying the same, Kim's saying the same, Beth's saying the same, and we've got Pamela saying the same as well as so many. And yes, so Patty, so that was your watercolour card. So that is the Best of Sheena. So that is from the showstopper that we've been having a play with throughout this show. We're going to be looking at it in a lot more detail once again. Come Colour Me Happy, which is our next show of the day. But you can get all of that one there when it comes to, of course, all the stamps, and then you can then do your cardstock. This one being your white multi-purpose that you can use for your card blanks. You can use for construction if you want to, of course. But that's in that bundle. But let's have a look. This one here being the Floral Frame Cut and Emboss Folder Selection. Now you're going to get all of this one here for $38.97 or $44.93. Your platinum price comes down to usually $31.18 or $35.94. That's your gold members price. You guys platinum will get an extra 5%. What we'll do is, because we've only got about 20 minutes to go, so we'll quickly look at these. We'll go back to Sheena as well so she can do what she's wanting to do before the end of the show. And then we can then, of course, do a little bit of a recap before we come back for Colour Me Happy. But these ones here being our floral cut and emboss folder, you're going to get all of these ones that do the embossing, but then they also do the die cutting as well within the middle of your card. You've got a selection of sizes being your square cards, which are going to be about 5.5 by 5.5. So you're going to be getting all of these florals. So these ones are then giving you the gerberas, your hydrangeas. You're also going to be getting the rose. You're then also going to be getting the daffodils. Then we're going to be going into our smaller 4x6, which is our winter rose. We've then got our forget-me-nots. You're then going to also be getting your peonies. And then last but by no means least, you're then going to be getting your beautiful blossoms as well. So all of that is what you're getting within that bundle there, $38.97 or $44.93. But if you are gold member, £31.18 or $35.94. With you guys platinum getting an extra 5%. You're going to get your double points on top of that as well. You're going to get that free badge as well. This is all because it's Club Inspire Week here on Crafters TV. But we are going to go back to Sheena right now. We're going to finish the show where we're going to do another demonstration to see what she's going to do next.
Well, I thought we'd do some nice straightforward stamping and colouring of a poppy, but then we'll add a bit of bling if we've got time. Okay, Craig? So I've got this, I've stamped it using my rocker block. I just did that just to save time. You know what, rocker blocks, it's just, they work, don't they? They just work every time. So instead of using my repositionable platform, I've used the rocker blocks and I've got a great impression. So what I'm going to do now, I've got 3 colours I've picked out. I've got, this is from the primary set. I've got gold, and I'm going to scribble that there. So this, in effect, is my palette. If you've got an old plate or a tile, something like that, I would use that, because if the ink dries, Craig, if you don't use it all, you can re-wet it tomorrow. Re-wet it and reuse, right. Exactly, whereas if it's on your craft mat, you're going to want it cleaned off, you know, to do more crafting. So yeah, I would do that. If you haven't got that, a white bit of card, bit of acetate over it, that'll work too. So what I'm doing is I'm going to start with a lighter colour, and I'm going to go in with this gorgeous golden colour. And to be honest, Craig, you know, 90% of the time, I would use the pens like this rather than using the from the nib. Okay. I know that's what the like pens, and people feel safe, and it's like, oh, that's less scary using it like that. But honestly, I get much better effect by using the ink like this and applying it with a brush than directly from the nib, because you use less of the product and you can control it better. And then you're not wasting it, are you? Because as you say, if it does dry off, you just re-wet it. Absolutely. You're using so little of it that way. You're using tons of ink if you use it straight from the nib, which will just go into the core of the card, and it won't move necessarily. And you need it to be able to move like I'm doing now. It's blending, it's going from one area to the next, and I can vary that with the amount of water I add. I've just dampened my brush, and I'm doing little circles there just to encourage that colour to blend into the next colour. So 3 colours again, starting with the lightest and then to the darkest at the bottom, and then just working one petal at a time and then continuing. And you can see that lovely blend that we've got going on, Craig. So again, same formula,
Yeah.
the light colour, the mid colour, which is the main colour, which is the scarlet, because I want it to be like a red poppy, and then the burgundy as a shadow colour. And we'll continue just like that. If there's any questions, Craig, feel free to shout more.
There's no questions as such. It's just people are absolutely mesmerised with what you've been doing. Just the way that you've been showing it, the way that you've been explaining it, you know, in that simplest forum. Wendy's just saying how amazing that was, just going back to what you were showing a moment ago. Just the amount as well, things like Beth, Ross, Lucas just saying how inspiring that you are. I love the Wednesday shows. You've brought a completely different take when it comes to either the aqua pens or our ink pads or even our shimmer sprays. It's just nice to see them being used in a different way, and they're loving that.
Oh, brilliant. Cheers, Craig. And that is true, because we all bring something different
Definitely.
to the, you know, to the mix. And I think that's the beauty of having, we've got personalities in what we do, you know, which I love that. We're allowed to do that. And that's the fun of creating, isn't it?
Yes.
We're not just carbon copies of what we're all doing, which is nice to be able to do that, Craig.
And it's nice to see with all these different techniques that you've done, apart from the few in the middle there with the Duet ink pads, but all these different ways, uses and effects that you're getting from, these have been aqua pens that you've been using in the show, yeah?
This is my Desert Island Crafters Companion colouring product.
Yeah.
Aqua pens.
That's it, yours.
Hands down. Yeah, because we didn't even do I was going to do the vignette around the outside of that Halloween card, and I didn't even do it yet, but we might do it later.
Okay.
We're using glycerin with the pens to blend them. Because once I started playing with the glycerin ages ago when I did the faux leather, many
I do
years
remember
ago.
that. I do remember
it was a
watching
long time
you
ago,
at that
wasn't it, Craig?
time
and then
doing that.
started playing with it for blending inks and things. It's just taken off so much, and it just realised make that connection. Go, hang on. So I've invested in a pen, and now I've got a blendable ink that I can use with my blending tools. What? Value for money overload completely. It's like the Swiss Army knife, I think, of colouring products.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Can you the aqua pens? Can you use them as just colour? Just to lay the colour down? Do you have to blend them with water, or
no? You can literally just put
lay
the
them
colour down.
yeah?
If you want to just put the colour down, sure. But you'll get a really intense colour. You'll get a strong application of the colour, and you'll take a bit. It takes a little bit more to blend them that way, I think.
Right.
I find it easier if you just apply them like this. But if you want strong spot colour somewhere, so if you really want to make something stand out, even when you've coloured it in like this, you can go back over with just the pen. That's the beauty. You know the way I went back over with just the bullet nib for the detail? Yeah, go over with the brush nib again for the bits that you want really to pop out. If you want a black, really black, for definitely use straight from the pen. Yeah? So it's just using them, learning the different ways you're using them, and using them in ways that work for you, that making them work the way you want them to work is basically it. So the poppy's coloured in now. We'll do the middles, but what we'll do is instead of using we'll try the green from the primaries. Essential, sorry, which is the moss.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a little bit of green instead of just black. I think it'll look more interesting if you've got a little bit of that colour underneath there as well, Craig. So I'm going to colour that in like that, just all over. But that's my lightest tone there, is the green, like that. So still really dark. And a little bit in there, and then I'm going to come back over with black and just do some little bits in there, but still keep a little bit of that green highlight. Just looks a little bit more interesting than just the flat black centre.
Yeah.
And we're going to use some of that green again, and we'll use some of the gold, which means we've got that, and we'll use some of the burgundy for the leaves.
Okay.
So this is where I was saying about putting the red in with the green. Yeah. So start with a lighter colour. I'm going to go to the edges of the leaves like this. And I could have used a little bit more water and actually use less of that, but we're just doing it because I know... How much time have we got left, Craig?
So we've got just under 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Great.
Yeah.
We'll be able to get the sparkle on top of these as well, which will be cool. So I'm just going around like that. I don't want to go too far ahead, because if you go too far ahead, the colour you've just put on will start to set into the core of the card. So it won't be wanting to blend. It won't be moving.
To do it in like
easy.
sections.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's staked its claim on that bit of card and it ain't going anywhere.
Anne's asked, I know it's something that we cover, but I know we're getting new viewers every day, really. Some are new to us because of yourself, Sheena. But Anne's asking, what ink pad do I use that allows me to watercolour?
You need the waterproof dye ink. It's great. You know what? Crafters Companion ink pads are fabulous. They haven't got a mystical name, you know, that it's just like you've got to crack the code, like
Yes.
you need that code.
Yeah.
It's like, what they're saying? It's like, yeah, it is. It says what it says on the tin. It's waterproof ink. So waterproof, so you're going to use a water-based product. It's not going anywhere. It's waterproof when you add the water. That's it. So you're good with that. Just stick with that and you'll be fine.
Even all these years, although all that I use is our watercolour or waterproof ink pad, alcohol ink pad, if I really think about it for whatever reason, even I still get confused all these years later with what I can use for water, what I can use for alcohol base. You can use this but not that. If it's oil, this. If it's not. And it's like, as you say, not only is the title on the tin, but also the pictures on the tin.
Exactly.
You've got a water brush or you've got an alcohol pen.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? Wouldn't it be nice if it was all as easy as that? And you know, it does. These names sound great, but you know, just know what you buy and sometimes it's cool. So I'm just continuing like this. So you see all these colours and shades I've got going on here, and that red really made it look more interesting by popping that. So I'm using the last bit of green, should just get me through this leaf here, getting that coloured. And then that red just gives it a bit of shading, but a bit more interest as well. It warms it up a little bit. And red and green, if you add enough, will just make a browny colour anyway. So if I want to create a more of a browny look for the stems of the flower, I've just mixed them both together, and then that's given me what I'm wanting there.
This
so
is making me so ready for autumn, seeing these colours.
They're pretty colours, aren't they?
Very pretty colours.
You've got everything covered in this set. You really have got, you know, everything to, like I say, if it was, this is what I do, and if I can get excited about a set of colouring products, and if I was on an island, this is the one I take, that you know that they've got to be flexible, they've got to be good, and I've got to know I can do lots of fun, exciting things with them. And that's exactly what aqua pens are. You can do, for sure.
Gosh, all the different ways, even the ways that I've never thought of before, just within this last couple of hours.
But that's fun, isn't it? That's where you, I mean, I was saying, you know, I say this often, that nobody went to card making or paper crafting or school. There's no uni for paper crafting.
No.
So everybody's learned different things and found their own different ways to do things.
Exactly.
And nobody knows everything, and you'll find you're doing something and you've gone around the houses to do it, and somebody does something, you go, what, you're kidding? It looks better, and it took you like a minute. What? But I'm not bitter, but that's the point, isn't it? There's always something to learn. Always something that you can pick up. So we've got the flower there, so you could use a little bit, we could maybe pop a little bit of a background, again, with that, so we can use that, and we could get some ink, and we can do some little, so just to make it a bit more interesting than just the, you know, just the flower. If you want to put some interest in the background,
it's elevated it, isn't it? Even these little dots.
Just make it look just more interesting than just the static flower there. So what we can do, I can colour it, I can put the bling in. I'm giving it, this is to the director here, to the, you want to bling with the sparkle pens, or do you want this bling with the shimmer sprays? The choice is yours. Sparkle pens? Sparkle pens. Let's do sparkle pens, right? So with the sparkle pens, you've got these gorgeous colours. In that set, you've got ones that are really pale, that are more, the colour is very pale. It's more like an overlay kind of thing, yeah? So I'm using this Firefly, which is really a very pale yellow, and I'm just going to spot colour on the edge of these. And look, I'm not even putting it in from the brush again. What am I like? Honestly, you can, the amount of the stuff you're paying for in these Crafters Companion, in the Spectrum Noir products, is phenomenal, that if you're wise, you can just apply it like this and you'll get even more mileage out of them. So take it out, pop it on there, brush on there, and then just, again, just pop a little bit on the top. And what you can do, if you wanted to add a bit more intensity of colour, you could use one of the, you know, the autumny, one of the stronger colours on there as well, Craig, if you wanted to add a bit more depth. But for this one, it's nice just as a kind of spot. I might put a little bit on the centre of that flower there as well. The green's got more colour in it, so if you put that on there, I'll show you what it looks like. You're going to get more of a definite colour. But with this, let's pop that on the side there. And then
with the yellow, usually we tend to say, you know, go over with your clear high.
Oh yeah.
Using yellow.
It warms it up just that little bit more, Craig, with the warm colours, a pale warm one, and with the cool colours like the pale blue is a great one to use. So for sure, and it just gives it that little bit more depth of colour, a little bit more intensity. And then, let's see what we've got there. I'll hold this up so you can, and sparkles never look as sparkly as they're going to until they're dry, but we'll show you what they look like anyway. So hopefully, are you getting any bling on that? Yeah.
Getting in there, getting in there, getting there. Look at that.
Yeah. So there you go, another quick, really speed. Wow, we've put some projects in this show, Craig.
We did.
I've got a whole gallery here.
Really did. I mean, you can just see that sparkle.
Can you see that? If I
when it
turn
comes
it a
back.
little
Look
bit.
at that. You can see that catching up. Such a nice way. I'm going to come across to you, Sheena, because
Yeah.
just we need to sort the battery, which is to nip out. So I'm going to come here so we can hear us both
Yes,
together.
okay.
In that way, it's a nice way to do it because we're just about getting to the end of the show.
Yeah,
We're
no
coming
worries.
to the end of the show.
Absolutely.
Wow. Absolutely.
Been busy, huh?
Such a busy, well, you've been busy. I've just been standing there, just in absolute awe of everything that you've created within this show. Just with, of course, with predominantly with, of course, the aqua pens. You managed to get all that, of course, but then going in with your shimmer sprays as well. Absolutely epic. Do you want to maybe just have a show of a few of the things that you've done?
Sure, let's do a gallery. Yeah, let's do a
and then
gallery.
we can then start to recap
Fabulous.
the show.
Alrighty. So we've got the rose here, which is the first one. That was the very first thing. Just there. There you go. That there. Then we've got the background here with the leaves and grasses and the Duet ink pads. Then we got Moody and Halloweeny, and that needs stuck down there with this technique using the aquas with that line. Now that one definitely need to do more of that, guys, that line dragging out, because if any of your grasses, your foliage, your tree stamps, your wildflowers are going to look amazing against that background. We did another one using the stamps like that, just a little bit more simple, but then to show you how that technique looks, that you can create a look of a background. And then we've just done this one here, which I put that there. It might give you, oh no, we haven't got quite enough black border to show you that. And that's the last one that we've done. So we've mixed it up. That's for sure. We haven't stuck to one technique, and hopefully it's given you plenty of inspiration to have a play, because that's what it is. Just have a play. That's it.
It's been all good. I've had to come back, Sheena. I've had to come back here just to end up recap this show. Honestly, absolutely. The comments have gone absolutely crazy with the amount of techniques that you've shown, the way that you've shown them as well. I've absolutely adored it. I am so glad that I've still got another 2 hours with you.
Yay, brilliant.
If you're watching live, we're going to be back in the next hour before Ben comes in and then does beautiful beginnings. So the next show is going to be Colour Me Happy. We're going to have another look. We're just going to have a play again, aren't we?
More play. There's more to do. Oh, yeah.
Excellent, brilliant. Thank you so much for all the comments. Thank you to Rachel and also Rebecca as well. We're going to go and grab a cup of tea and then some lunch. We'll get the mics all sorted and checked, and then we'll come back for Colour Me Happy. So we'll see you then.